There we go. Okay. And we can just hit OK here. And there we go. Sounds like a busy day. What are you making a staff for? Excuse me. I'm just gonna take some Fisherman's Friends. That might help. Ugh. This stuff is really good, but it's really bad. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Things still stressful? I hope not. Look, I can imagine they're probably going to be until after the big day. Okay, I just sort of assumed that maybe the staff was for, like, I don't know if you're playing D&D or if you're doing a play or something, okay? Woo, yay. That'd be good. I don't like how flat everything looks on this. Yeah, that's like really flat. Oh, jeez. Okay. Ryan is Black Marrow until 4. Yes, that's how the full moon works. Yes. Maybe I shouldn't be looking up at him quite so much. Mine or Edgar's? Probably Edgar's, right? Because you've been posting a lot, dude, and it's been great. Like, got a lot of good flow and movement on those pieces you've been sharing. Okay. I think I need to look at the script for this again, and I don't have access to it, so I will bug Wilson about this later and move on to the other work I need to do before I go to my other job. Woo! Busy, busy, busy. But I think I kind of like this better because he's not the sort of mustache twirling, like, nah, kind of guy that the original idea sort of looks like. He's a very scheming person, but he's a very busy person. Let's just save this and move on. Thank you. Where's my file? I hope you guys can't see this, because I don't have another monitor to hide it all. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking right at it. File, 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 file. Why? Why can't I find it? What is my life? There it is. There it is. Haha. Okay. Do, do, do. Let's do this down to there. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I just had to like get my ducks in a row here. So it's the middle of the week. What are you guys up to? What's on the docket? Aside from building a staff for the thrill of it. Caterers. Oh no! Oh. Why did you lose them? Did they just drop out? Or did they double book? Like, that sucks. I hope it's not like, I don't know much about putting together a wedding, as I've never had to do it. But like, I would hope that that's not as bad as some other things you could have lost. But like, a caterer is the people who bring food to an event. So you have to order, like, if you want to have like a nice meals for everybody coming to your wedding, they will make the food and bring it to the location for people to then have dinner, essentially. But catering also means like the person who brings the taco bar to a birthday party or a work event, or just people who bring food and meals, and it can be like buffet style stuff, or it can be just snacks and treats. It's just they bring the restaurant to you. Sometimes it's just sandwiches, but it's a big part of most weddings, because people are going to be there for a few hours, and so having a meal available is a very nice thing to do. I've not been to many weddings, but the last one I went to had like a really nice meal. Not like high-end thing, but it was like a full course. Like there was like everything. Jeez. Yeah, okay, so they just suck then. Okay, that's a bummer. 2 months, really? Yeah, okay, wow, yeah, 2 months. Yee, that's coming up quick. I know you guys will work it out, but like, man, does that suck. I don't know if I like these marks for this. Yeah, I really don't. I like the big brightness and the heavy shadow for the frame on the door, but I don't think I like the hatch marks. I'm really bad at keeping clean, like just straight black and straight white, but that's also like the vision I have for a majority of this. I want to have more just solid, and like, man. Oh, that would be a really kind thing for him to do. That's a lot. How big's your wedding? Like, do you have a lot of guests coming? I hope that's not a rude question to ask. I don't know why it would be, but I don't know. I'm a dink, and I'm gonna remain a dink, and so this is outside of my culture. I don't understand. Danny is super nice. Hello, Eric, by the way. Welcome to my stream. What was I doing? This thing. I need this thing. Okay. So I want... Let's do it this way. I want this to look like it's flashing. Why didn't that do anything? Why didn't that do anything? Oh, because I used the wrong tool. That's why it didn't do anything. Oh gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ryan. Don't yell at me, please. I am a simple child. I know not much. I think a lot of people maybe have more experience with, I guess I could call it family culture, but I feel like that's maybe a representation of what I'm talking about. But like, just you know, people around them having kids and there being weddings and baby showers and things a little earlier on in life than I did. Like, that never happened for me as a kid. I went to one wedding as a child where I was a flower girl and I was like 4. And then basically never again until I was an adult. And so when I went to my first baby shower, and then my second one the next year, maybe a couple years after. What's the age separation here? Because my nephew and then my brother, within the same couple of years, it just like, there's a lot of stuff I didn't really know, like the games you play at a baby shower, I find to be very weird. Like, you put the candy in the diaper and melt it and make people sniff it to guess which candy it is. I don't get it. Why would you do that? Or, I think the one that really got me, because I thought it was so funny, was, they put beer into, like, baby bottles, and you had to try to chug them, and so watching my dad and my Nana try to chug beer through a baby bottle was far more humorous than it should have been. But also, why is that a game? We're here to give gifts to the mom. Why can't I have the beer? But like, I realized that moment where I was just like, oh, this is outside of my scope of understanding of my own country, which was when my sister was unwrapping the gifts for my nephew, and they were all really great gifts. They were very, very good, useful, and like fun things. But my Nana kept collecting all the tissue paper and trying to keep it pristine, and then had to tell her, no, please don't tear it. You're going to want to save that to line the inside of the drawers of your child's furniture with. Like, that's a thing. That's a thing people do. Specifically. It just feels very, Great Depression to me. It might not be a real game, call the authorities. Is this elder abuse, Nana? Nana, blink if you're okay. Blink twice. I love my Nana. I just went to her place for dinner and some beer yesterday. Which is always good. She never lets me make her dinner, but I think I convinced her to let me make her Alfredo. Because I make a good Alfredo. I've only made it once, but it was really good. It was really, really good. No consequences for cheating in science and history. I think you should think on the penance for that. What can you do? Penance isn't the right word. But you're right, if you have to get through it just to get through it for now, then maybe part of your summer, if you get summer, I know you're like online school, is the extra effort to catch up for real. See if you can't block some cheating sites. Do some studying. Find your accountability buddy. If you've been forced to sniff baby's diaper candy, have you gone to a baby shower? Were you forced to shove your nose into a wet diaper? You may be... Oh, what's it called? Entitled. Damn, ruined it. You may be entitled to compensation. Call 888 what? Today. Ghosts are history. And science, if you think about it. Ghosts of our past. It's important stuff. History, I think, is actually one of the most important things you could learn. You know, you may have to take math classes, but the chances are that you may not end up in a position where you need to know trigonometry, right? But your school may or may not require you to do it. I have not really ever had to do anything super hardcore with algebra as an adult. A little bit here and there, but nothing major. Adding, subtracting, and dividing is really kind of all I need. If I can get my taxes done or make somebody else do it for me, then we're good. But history, if you can't learn from history, then you can't learn from your own history, whether that means individually your own history, which is just growing, or the history of the world and your area and the wars and everything, then we're just doomed to repeat it. Like, that's not just a phrase because people think it sounds smart. That's a real thing, and we are privy to that currently. It is happening. And it is always happening. And that's not left-wing conspiracy theory. I'm scared of my environment talk here. That is just, we're watching things happen all the time. And we need to be aware of them and where they come from and why. Find those connecting dots. Do I believe in ghosts? I want to. I do. I really want to. I've never personally experienced anything supernaturally profound. I would like to think that I'm open to it. But, and I, you know what, that's not entirely true. That wasn't a ghost, that was the cat. He just knocked over the Steam controller. I've never experienced anything ghost, like truly ghost related. And it's not as though I need to see it to believe it, but also, yeah, kinda though. You know, I can listen to other people's experiences and understand where they're coming from, but I'll never really understand it until I experience that firsthand. And I really want to, because it sounds super interesting and it opens up a lot of questions that I'm fascinated by. That said, my mom does. It's not something that we've had a lot of conversations about, but at the moment, it's she and her friends are convinced that one of her friends' homes is haunted, and that ghost has straight up tried to push people down the stairs before. Like, there are parts of that house that my mom's boyfriend, I guess, won't go into because of that. But now I have to know. I really want to go to haunted spots, you know? Like, there's a lot of places that are, you know, you go there and there's like there's a spooky ghost tour or whatever. And like 99% of the time I look at that and I think like, tourist trap. But there's a few of them where if I can sneak off a little bit, I've not, ooh, I'm going to be in the area too. I've not done Alcatraz yet. I really want to. And I'm going to be right there for 3 weeks, so maybe I've got time to go try that, especially if I've got friends coming up, which I might. But there's a few out in California that, like, there's got to be something, right? I wouldn't do the Winchester Mansion because that one I think is just complete bull. I think this very rich woman was very unwell and did a lot of things, and people were weirded out by it, so they decided to turn it into a museum. And by a museum, I mean a money trap. But there's a few places out here I'd be really interested in going. Oh, please, that's so good. Blanca's a good one. She's a keeper. You should propose. I'm just saying. Have you experienced anything, either on these trips or not? Like, I so wish the world would give me something like that. You know, I'm happier with that already. Yeah, let's see how that looks with the white. Yeah. Okay. I might uneven it a little bit, but, and I'm gonna give him heavier shadows too. I think we've talked about it a little bit before, but like, I teeter into agnosticism. I don't even think that's the right word, you know? Just because, like, I don't know, I learned recently that might be a little bit more specific than I am, and I don't really like labels anyway, but, like, I'm neither here nor there. The likelihood is higher, in my opinion, that there's something than not, but I don't have a strong, you know, whatever. But, in that same vein, how do I put it? Because of that position I'm in, the idea of there being ghosts or spirits or supernatural things, and I'm not talking like scientifically supernatural, like cryptids or aliens, but like those two, I'm interested in that. That'd be fun. But spiritually supernatural, I very much would like to experience that. I was doing a thing. Heavy shadows, that was it. Tour of the hotel The Shining was based on. Oh, it must have been gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Obviously you don't have to share, but also at the same time I kind of have to know what happened. Ghost walked into your hotel spot and stole your sandwich. He was like, well, I was looking forward to that sandwich. He stole it, so it's not very professional of the ghost. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. You know, I gotta tell you why parts of LA are radioactive too still. So, I'm actually a little bit grateful that you were too busy to stream this week, like to chat, because I wanted to spruce up on my info on that because I've not researched it in a little while. I wanted to make sure I had my facts right, and I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. But that one's wild. it's almost cosmically funny, despite the fact that people are still suffering for it. But yes, okay, I'm down. We have a plan. It's a good plan. I do have some supernatural experiences I'm willing to share, but they're not juicy, like at all. But sorry, I just got really focused on this line for a second. I occasionally experience a phenomenon known as déjà rev, which is like deja vu, except different. So deja vu is the feeling of having experienced something already before. These aren't inks. These are the pencils. Yeah, I don't have good balance with this. These are I'm just trying to pull it together. I usually do change the color, but sometimes I get lazy and I don't care enough. I don't have a consistent through line on how I exactly do things. Just gonna feel it out. The moment the gray starts to bother me, I'll worry about it, but I don't need to be super clean right now, so this is fine. But anyway, déjà rev. So déjà vu is the feeling of having experienced something before already, but déjà rev is dreaming about something that then happens later. And I get that on occasion. It's never, ever interesting, which is the weird part. So, like, one of the earliest experiences of that I had was I was in elementary school, and I dreamt that I was on a very steep hill, and there were people around me that were also my age, but they were older than when I had this dream. I wouldn't have been able to recognize that truly at the time, I think, but I did. The moment that it clicked what was happening, I got it. But I was on the steep hill. There were people around me that were not people I recognized, and we were just sort of sitting and chatting. And it was a really lovely day. The grass on the hill was really green, and there was this really big rectangular white building that just looked really boring. There weren't any windows on it, just kind of like off to the side down the hill. And then a couple years later, between 1 and 2 years later, I started middle school, and I made a few new friends, and I started our PE classes. And at some point, the PE class was just like an open, like, all right, there's a field, go out and do field stuff. We don't really care. Occasionally, they just did that kind of thing. The thing that I ended up doing was with my new friends, we just went off to a side where the there's an indoor basketball arena at the school, and it was a big, white, rectangular, boring, windowless building, and there's a huge, very steep hill that came down from it, and I was sitting there chatting with my friends, and then it clicked. I was like, oh, that's weird, because I don't remember dreams very often, but when I do, they tend to stay with me because it's so rare that I wake up with them, and so that just, like, wakes me out for a while. Super mundane, unimportant. Nothing about that conversation was life-changing. This was not a warning sign for things to come or anything. It was just chatting about something stupid. I don't know, maybe we were talking about Invader Zim or something. And things like that happened again and again over the years. Randomly, always mundane, just sort of a thing happens. And then it's normal. And it's weird. Yeah, these are really tight, though. I kind of feel like, okay, every time I look at other pencils, though, they're all really tight. Even the ones that are kind of loose are really tight still. And I don't know, I'm trying to communicate to another artist, and this just seems normal to me. That I want to, like, portray all the nitty-gritty. Like, this is all loose in here. I'm not going to do all that the same, but... yeah. Maybe I should loosen up a little bit. I am not taught. Simply do. Yeah, I don't really have to do a whole lot to this one either. Yeah, so, like, as far as loosening up, so what he's saying, Edgar, is like, this drawing I have here, that's really loose. Like, everything is really clear and understandable what the whole point is, and I might have to, like, just, I have to change his eyes to be looking this way. And I might even, like, push his expression a little more. But otherwise, like, this, for me to ink, is, like, good enough. I can do this, and it could look really good. And because this is my first professional comic book thing, my thought was like, well, I better make sure this looks better than the layouts. And my layouts for this project, because of the way the script is definitely somewhere right in between layouts, which aren't supposed to really look very good at all, and pencils. So that way I'm being clear enough to this person, to my client, that, we can make shifts and changes, and we're understanding each other, because his script is very loose, and it gives me a lot of room to play with things, and I want to make sure that what I'm presenting him is something that he can understand where I'm going with it. So my layouts are far too tight. This is pencil, but now it's going to be better pencil. I also want to get a better idea on, like, where I'm planning out my blacks and stuff too, because I don't tend to do that. I tend to wing it, and I feel like this is maybe not a great time to wing it. I want to get into better habits, and I don't know if this is better habits or not. This is the wrong angle. That is skewed. Yes, okay, there we go. You did say it before I did. Superani. Spaghetti? Superani? Hang on, I'm gonna look up Superani. I'm still a little bit of a tourist when it comes to comic book stuff. Oh, wow, yeah, okay. Superani, gotcha. Yeah, his are... these are really, really cool. Hang on, I'll pull one up that doesn't have boobs in it. Yeah, this is way looser than I'd be willing to do. Hang on. So just so you guys can see it. Like, I love that other people can come in and do, like, cursive in places, like in here, all this, just sort of like throw a thing in and make sense. I can't do that. It just drives me nuts. I need to know. I need to make it clear, like, this is a thing. Look at all the laces. You need to see all the laces. Like, the wrinkles I can do that kind of thing with, but, like, the moment it gets into an opportunity to throw some detail in, like, oh, I have to take it. It's in my nature. God, this is gorgeous, though. Like, I love his hair. It just, I don't know. It gels. It vibes. It feels good. Organic. Okay. Where are all my windows? I don't know where things are. Yeah, it is a lot of boobs in Korea. Apparently a lot of billiards in Korea, too, actually. Unrelated to that. One of my coworkers is, oh, forgot to switch the color. Family's Korean. She was born in America, but, she's still gone back to, visit family and stuff, I think. But we were talking, and she was like, yeah, Koreans just really love billiards, like, a lot. Like, some people are real pool sharks over there, and you can go into places to visit, and, like, every other block there'll be, like, 5 or 6 different billiards places. Which, like, sick, cool. Billiards is fun. Kim Jong-gi, fucking crazy. So good. I got to watch him work once. I went to, I think it was at the CTN Expo in Burbank, which is, like, just, it's the Creative Talent Network thing, but they're primarily geared towards animators. But Kim Jong-gi was there, and he had a booth up, and he was just sitting there drawing, and you could go up and just watch him do it. Maybe you could ask him some questions, but he was literally just sitting there, like, and he was drawing up Princess Leia, and that was a lot of fun to watch. This guy's looking a little bit like the Thing. I suppose that's probably fine. Yeah. It was out of nowhere, too. Like, he's really young. I don't know what it was. I never actually looked into it, I guess. Oh, man, did you hear about Val Kilmer? Like, I know that was kind of expected. He was really not doing well, but what an awful, awful way to go. I think all the villains I'm working on right now, I guess both of the villains I'm working on right now have massive eyebrows. Man, I'm so looking forward to next week. I'm leaving for the Bay Area on Sunday, and the next 3 weeks I'm going to be there. And I don't have to teach, so I have a lot more free time, which means I can really bust out a lot of these pages, which I'm super stoked about. But it also means I've got time to work on my own stuff, which I'm also really stoked about. He had throat cancer, and it just caught up to him. He had a pretty major tumor that they weren't able to do anything with, and it just took over. It's partly why he was, when he was in Top Gun Maverick, they, like, really covered him up, and he didn't have to talk. Or if he did, it was, like, really, like, bleh. Okay, embrace the squiggles. Embrace the squiggles. I can do it. Maybe I should tilt his head towards the door more. Oh, I made him look the wrong way, too. Damn it. Whoopsies. Let's flip that around. Yoink. Problem solved. No, I will not be hand lettering this. I have, too much love for not having carpal tunnel. But there is a, really good, like that font there is one that comes with Clip Studio, and, I think it's good. I like it. It's very much the comic book font, and I'm gonna keep it. It's good. I would have very much liked to have, learned how to letter. My Nana did. So she used to help Pop with some of the stuff that he would do, and she was telling me about how, like, she would help him letter some stuff on occasion because they needed to do it faster, and Pop had a tendency to be late on things. Came with the ADD. I like the face. I really do think I need to turn it, though. Let me try it. Maybe I could just scoot it over and be lazy about it. It's just... How lazy about it can I be? How lazy about it can I be? Let's see. Hang on. Hold up. This is such an interesting tool. Whoa! That's not at all what I wanted. Okay. Hang on. Maybe it's the other one? Nope. Okay, that's not it either. I don't understand that one. Let's just do this one. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go smaller. Yes, yes. This is working. Okay. Okay. And now I can make it actually look like I did this on purpose. Because I did. I definitely did this on purpose. I am doing the balloons by hand, though. I've always enjoyed doing that, so I'm going to. So it'll be like, I don't know, I just like big swooshy lines, and balloons are all just big swooshy lines. Rawr. I did. I haven't watched it yet, but my boyfriend woke me up because he desperately needed me to see that they're continuing Kirby's Air Ride. He's like, "Did you see? Do you want to see?" I was like, "No, I wish to sleep. Let me live my life." There we go. Yeah, apparently there was some news about Silksong, which I'm very excited to get into more of, but I will worry about that later. And I think it's not like a sequel to Bloodborne, but a Bloodborne-like from FromSoft, and it's new, but it seems like it can scratch that itch. I've not looked into that yet. Something's really off here. I think it's the cheekbones. He doesn't really have any ears. I mean, he does, but I've been hiding them with these like kabuki threads here. Yeah, there we go. And what else did I hear about? I forgot. Oh, they did. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. I don't remember how much of Deltarune I played. I think I went through all of it, but oh. I think my favorite person in Deltarune is the Queen. She's just very funny, very good. 10 out of 10. Honestly, I don't really think I'm gonna sit down and watch it. So, like, if you want to like talk about what you're excited about, like, go for it. It's not really spoilers. It's just advertisement. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's fantastic. I am really interested in the idea that the main character is something of a villain too, and I really want to see if that goes somewhere. Birdly. Birdly was something special. I think he's the one that really brought it home. Its characters are still, like, kids. Like, I knew that kid growing up. I knew him so very well. I mean, he's certainly doing something that seems a little nefarious. Who knows? Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that they're at least acknowledging, no guys, we promise, we're still working, which frankly only gets me more excited about it. I would really rather they take their sweet time with it and do really good work and make a really solid game with something beautiful in it. And I don't know how long it took for them to do Hollow Knight, but I would call that like a really solid game with really beautiful work in it. I think I need less hair on that side. And then more on the other. Because he's turning his head a little bit. Even though it's like up against the wall, I don't really care. There we go. Oh, man. It's one of those games where, like, it would be best if you started it and then just committed to it until you're done. Because, like, leaving and coming back can get a little lost. And it's already hard to follow being the such a map. But, I mean, there's no shame in using a walkthrough if you get lost. Just to, like, pick back up on where you were. In all fairness, I actually haven't finished it either. I got really close to the ending, and I had to stop playing because of, I got busy, and I just never went back to it. Like, it's literally one of my absolute favorite games. I've never finished it. Speaking of favorite games, that's what we're listening to right now. One of my absolute favorite games as a kid was this game called Threads of Fate, where it's kind of I don't really want to call it an RPG because there's not a whole lot of like growth elements in it, but you are one of two characters. You can choose either Mint, the exiled princess who wants to not only get back her title, but wants to also achieve world domination. Or you can play as Rue, a mysterious young amnesiac who's just trying to find a way to bring his best friend back. And they're both seeking out a relic called Dew Prism in order to make a wish to make their goals come true. And the story is kind of the same between the two. It's probably not a good spot for that shadow. But you see it from their perspectives, and so you get some things differently, and it's just really good and really fun, and I love it. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And Mafia dudes. I think the thing that I'm waiting for a Nintendo release would be, well, I guess it wouldn't be Nintendo, though. It would be Ubisoft, but I would love another Rayman game like Rayman Legends. Like, just more of that, please. It was very fun. Oh, yeah. More Rhythm Heaven. I'm so glad Rhythm Heaven's getting a sequel. That one came out when I was your age, which is, like, really weird. It was, like, 7th or 8th grade. I didn't play it very much, but like my best friend, like that was her favorite Rhythm Heaven. It's just cute. It was just fun. Very wholesome. Okay, I think that one's looking really good. Probably put a little bit of that crack in there, like do 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 do, crack crack crack, la 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 la, do 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 do. It can be both. Okay. I may not have started graying yet, but I can say when I was your age. So there's that. I had a really goofy moment with my coworker yesterday. She's in her early 20s, and I was telling her about something that happened to me in when I started high school, and I mentioned like, yeah, I started high school in 2006, and she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I started high school in 2006. She was like, I was 3. Wild how time works. There we go. Yeah, so my perspective here is all wrong. Okay. Let's try there. Yep. Funny how time happens, right? Am I gonna fake this perspective? Methinks I am. Just a little bit. Oh, I want to keep that. I think these doors are a little too close together. There we go. Oh. Yeah, these are fine. Okay. How am I gonna float this and still make it look like it makes sense? Oh, right. I know how. Silly me. Whoopsies. 3-point perspective. That's how. There's other holidays coming up this month, right? When's Easter this year? Not that I really care that much. I don't celebrate Easter, but it's a lot of chocolate. I like chocolate. Eater. No, Easter. There's an S. April 20th. Okay. Maybe there'll be some events that I can go to. That could be fun. I'm gonna start planning some of my time off while I'm out of town to do some exploring. I need like a sabbatical, girl. Let's try down here. Does this give me what I want? What I really, really want? Oh my gosh, actually maybe. Ah, too far. Okay, maybe not. Alright, hang on, hold up. I don't need it to be totally correct, but I also don't need it to be like that bad. Let's go straight down a little more. Make that skinnier, and make that skinnier. Man, I'm going to be doing a lot of perspective today. One of my students is starting a perspective project later, and it's going to be interesting. And I don't mean that as a detrimental thing. It's just like, I'm so loose with it on my own, and I think that's the best way to bring yourself to do it, is to let yourself be loose about it. But when teaching it, you have to be really tight, I think, because you want the students to understand what rules you're breaking and why. And she doesn't totally have a grasp on all the rules yet. I don't love this. It's starting to feel too messy. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to go to a website that I like. It is a perspective grid site that I definitely saved. Where is it? There it is. Which, you know what? Actually, if you don't know this, I recommend it. It's fantastic. Takes a little weird getting used to when it comes to, figuring out how it works, but try it, and then also, goodbye, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming to the stream. Won't let me do this. Okay, so give me a moment while I bring forth my perspective grid down the hallway, and we want other way. Okay, so here's my hallway, I think. And let's try this. Okay, and bring chat back up so I can see all y'all. There we go. Okay, I see now that my perspective here is wrong, so I'm going to change it and bring my horizon line up higher. And how much higher? Let's try this one. closer. What was wrong? Yeah, just gotta move it over more. I guess I don't have to match the layout exactly. That would maybe be not the point. But I don't know, I liked the way that the everything kind of flows together there, and I want to keep it, so maybe I should do something in between. Let's just draw over this and see what I can come up with. This hallway was pretty big though. Maybe I should go this way. Wider. Yeah, and then I can get a little bit of the top of the hall here with the horizon line basically right up top. Okay, yes. I'm understanding the math now. It's coming together. I'm gonna scoot this over a little. Yes. The vision, it is coming together. And these I'm gonna keep as they are because I like the floor here. It is not correct, but it will make sense. Because I force it to, that's why. Because I said so. And then I'll have room to put the light switch in so people can see it. I guess I'm kind of zooming out here. But then we get a bigger idea of like all the people he's like waving around to in these cells to mock this guy. So if I do oh man. I think the album's about to end. What'll we do now? Oh, wait, actually, no, it's not. How many songs are on here? My lines are straight, but neither am I. Doodle-do-do-do-do. I don't like how close together these doors are. That reads more. Okay. Because they're not like crazy close together. Is it the right side? I think it is. Ow, you know what? I don't know. I should open up that other page to see. Let's see. Open. Clickety clickety click 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 click. It is the correct side. Okay, cool. It is not. It was not the right side. I was wrong. Maybe I should scoot everything down a little bit. Yes. Okay. think I might have to flip all the doors around. You know what? That's a future Maya problem. I'm just gonna keep going. I can fix that later. Pretty easily, too. Not to, like, toot my own horn or whatever. I like to post this guy's in. I think I need to push it a little bit more, overlapping. I might need to break to go to work soon. And, like, eat some food. Oh, that's fine. No, dude, whatever you gotta do. Honestly, streaming helps me focus. The fact that I got, like, as much as I did done, like, in just, like, a little bit, makes me feel pretty good about stuff. So, yeah, no worries. Yeah, you don't owe me nothing. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what anybody owes. I don't know how it is, like, maybe it's just because he's generally a calmer person than I am, at least on stream. But, like, I trip over my words just talking to myself, but Dan does not. And I was thinking about that earlier, like, listening to him ho-hum while he thinks about what he's doing, and I'm sitting here trying to crack jokes and says no's instead of o's and just blah, 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 blah. You should see me when I teach too. Like, it's like every other word I'll be explaining something to a student and then I'll like get tongue tied, so I'll be like, and then we have to take the circle and then we're gonna it makes it very fun for them because they're trying to figure out why I would make such an odd noise, but I think they get it. Most of the students I work with have been with me long enough to know that I just get tongue-tied. Sometimes my brain and my mouth do not work at the same speed. Kind of a medium speed, but you don't seem to trip up too much. I'm coming in at NASCAR rates. Alright, I don't need to do that. I already did that. What am I doing? I don't know. I got that hyperactivity in me, and I don't often have a moment to release it upon the world, and I think oftentimes this is it. He does. He's just a very, well-spoken, well-thought-out, articulate person, and, there's definitely something to be learned from that. But calming down can be really boring, and when things get boring, then I get, like, nah! Oh, whoops, what did I press? Anyway, I don't know. I'm chronically bored. It's not really a problem of anybody else's. It just kind of comes with the territory. It's always been the case. But, like, I can physically feel myself get antsy if I don't do too much. I have this thing. Okay, you're gonna laugh at this. I have this thing under the desk. It's one of those roll things. that you're supposed to use to like do abs on the floor. I got it at like a $5 and under store, and I use it to roll my feet so I can like fidget without shaking the table or making it hard to do these lines. And it's just for when I'm like really bad. I probably should be using it today, but like because like I need calm to do certain lines, but sometimes my soul just doesn't do it. I've not listened back on any of my streams yet. I'm kind of afraid to. I don't want to know. Sometimes I don't remember what I say. I think he needs to have a more like arms crossed. Like, yeah, I'm the henchman. I agree. I'm not that tubby. There he is. Does that fit enough? Ooh, not quite. Okay, let's rotate you. I probably should listen back. I might learn something. I think one of the things I'm a little bit afraid of is in listening back to a conversation with somebody is validating some of those little negging self critiques. Like, I'm worried that I may interrupt people too often, which may actually genuinely be true, and I might talk about myself too much, which in my own stream makes sense to do because I'm here by myself and the questions involving me and my life and my thoughts come up and my thought process. But if I'm having a conversation with another person, if I've been, a stinky goblin for too long, I don't know. I have a habit of trying to relate to things with stories of my own or a perspective of my own, not as a means to make it about myself, but to show that I can relate to the thing that we're just talking about. And I think oftentimes it feels like I'm finding an opportunity to talk about more Maya, and like, it's not what I mean. I'm sorry, I try not to. I really do try not to. I don't like how purple that blue is. Why do I care? I don't know, but I do. His arms are too long. How am I on time? It's about 1 o'clock. Okay. I think I need to be out of here in about a half hour because I want to stop and grab something to eat before work. Usually I would have to leave at like 2, but maybe it's different today because I'm earlier. Only good thoughts. Only good catering. And I will be right back because I need to do things. I shall return. Bum bum. Tyrant's mad at me. You wanna say hi? There we go. Pardon the mess, but on deck he is. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi normally? What are we doing? Okay, pretty boy. Why aren't you playing with your fish? He has this fish. Hang on. Ugh. I tore it off of a different toy. It was like one of those like stick string toys. Because it seemed like he wanted something to bat around. Is he watching? Oh, he might be watching. Such a goofball. He's so cute. Oh, you don't care now? Oh, he was so hyper earlier. He was yelling at me. Oh well. Okay. Well, it looks like I got the camera fixed, so we need another like 20 minutes. Because I want some pizza. Bum 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 bum. I am healthy. I promise I am not lying when I say it's healthy pizza. Healthy pizza. There's a Whole Foods not too far away from me on my way to work, and they have those sort of cheap pizza slices, and they're pretty tasty, and it's sourdough, and they list the calories, which I appreciate, so I can better keep track of, like, I don't have like a full exact number goal. I think the thing that would help me the most right now would be exercising, which I will have to make time to do while I'm at my mom's. Oh god, he's just really super cool and charismatic, and he's just smart, and his artwork is like so cool. Ah, phew. Alright, I think we snuck that in. It's your turn, Eric. He's my friend, and I think he's cool. My phone's going off. I thought I muted it, but I forgot. My phone's going off because my boyfriend and his brother are lamenting that the new Mario Kart's gonna be $80 goddamn. It's insane. Do 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 do. That's so specific, but also it's pretty on point. That's just the cats. I heard a noise earlier that made it sound like somebody walked into my apartment, and I like flipped for a second, but I think it was because I have some windows open and the air pressure in this apartment. Like if you close one door or the wind blows the right way, another door will close. Oh shoot, that's it. That was my ghost moment. Oh, and I wasn't open to it. Oh man, oh jeez. Shoulder to shoulder. There we go. Now shoulder not to shoulder. He's like, hey, I'm a lackey. I have to enjoy this, or else I'll get fired. I think his arms are too big, but I mean, this panel is only going to be like this big in real life, so a little exaggeration is not going to hurt. So tell me, Eric, what are you up to? How's your day? What's the scoop? Give me the biz. Do 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 do. Man, this game really, I didn't quite realize how much of it relied on this leitmotif until I started putting this on. Did I give him a tail? I don't think I did. But I feel like I maybe should. Okay, I'll catch you later. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I'm pretty happy with this page, but I am going to have to flip these doors. I guess maybe I don't. I'm just trying to think. There's a panel later down the line where they're desperately trying to get in through the door, and this is where the keypad is, but the camera's going to be on the other side. See you later. I might actually start heading out myself. I have stops to make on the way to Wake. But, yeah, good stuff today. Never forget to save. Ciao, everybody. I'm going to take this opportune moment to do so myself. So wear stuff.